Hello everyone, this is Drishti and I'm here to start with the topic gravitation. I would try my best to explain the gravitation part through the PPT slide. Okay, so what actually is gravitation? We say that everything is pulled by the earth and we walk on the earth, it is due to gravitation. We just say like that. What actually is gravitation? Actually, it is the force of attraction that exists between the two objects which has mass. For example, here in the first slide, there's a picture showing Earth. There's a tree, there's an apple falling on the Earth, and above it there is a moon which is going around the Earth. These all are the phenomena which are occurring due to gravitation. First of all, the tree is standing on the earth. It is due to tree also has a mass, earth also has a mass, but the mass of earth is so much huge than the tree. So the earth is attracting the tree. And again, the apple is falling down towards the earth. The earth's mass is so much huge than the apple, so that the apple is bound to fall on the earth. It is attracted by the earth. So this is the basic phenomena of gravitation. It is attracted by the earth. Similarly, there's a moon on the outer surface of the earth. There's a lunar orbit through which the moon revolves around the earth. It is due to the same phenomenon. All the bodies are attracted towards each other due to their masses. This is the gist of gravitation. With the next slide. Uh, So here's Mr. Isaac Newton discovered the phenomena of gravity years ago, which we usually say that an apple fell on Newton and he suddenly discovered. No, actually, the apple fell by beside him. He was sitting and led to the discovery of gravity. He thought that why an apple is going downwards, why not it goes upwards? It is due to the central force that is Earth providing to the apple. This was discovered by Sir Isaac Newton. This was a chance discovery. So we could definitely thank him a lot for the gravitation, discovering gravitation. Further, okay, what pulls what? Gravity of the earth pulls object towards the center of the planet. So there's a thing that every object has a mass, but the object's mass is calculated with, there's a certain factor of distance also within the force of gravitation, that is the force of gravitation is inversely proportional to the distance between the objects. So here it is, if an object is lying on the ground, or the ground is pulling an object towards itself, it is due to the huge mass. Again, all the role is played by the mass. So if an object is lying on the earth, suppose a table is kept on the ground, so why it is kept on the ground, why doesn't it move, or why doesn't it go upwards? It is all due to the force of gravitation. The earth is pulling the table. The table has a very small mass, but the earth, the entire system of the earth has a whole lot of mass, which is attracting towards it, which is attracting the table towards itself. The whole mass is concentrated at the center of the earth. So the table is pulled by the central part of the earth, which is due to gravitation. Moving further with the slide. Yeah, here it is a picture I have taken from the NCRT of class 10th, which depicts the activity. A person ties a stone to a thread, and from the other end, the person tends to rotate the stone in a circular manner. He takes a piece of thread and he rotates it. Now he notices that the stone's direction is always on the tangent of the circle. This is all due to centripetal force of the uh, stone. So, due to this phenomena, the planets tend to revolve around the sun, and this is how the solar system works. Sun is the great source. The sun is the greater mass which pulls the other small masses, that is the other planets, that tend to revolve around it instead of falling into it. So yeah, this is the thing which I was stating last. The sun and the Earth has its own orbit. The Earth tends to revolve in its orbit, but due to force of gravity, Earth cannot just just go into the sun. Instead, it starts to revolve around the sun. This is how it revolves under the phenomena called centripetal force. There's a bounding the planets to revolve around the sun, and it is due to gravity. The sun has a huge mass, the earth has a huge mass, but they cannot fall into each other. Instead, they just start revolving it because of centripetal force. So, yeah, with this slide, there's a little derivation of the universal law of gravitation, where we can say that force is directly proportional to the product of masses of the two objects. In this picture, it is shown that apple is falling towards the earth. So, or we could say this towards the moon as well. Now, to remove the proportionality sign, we put the universal law of gravitation constant, that is the capital G. With this, we could put the whole formula together. Force is equal to G m1 m2 by r square, where r is the distance between the apple or the earth, or we can say the r is distance between the earth and the moon. The moon's gravitational field is causing the earth to accelerate towards the moon. This states that due to their force of attraction between the moon and the earth, they are not falling towards each other. Instead, they are moving in the circular orbit. This is the gist of centripetal force and the gravitation and the universal law of gravitation forces. With this, I tend to end this due to the time constraints, and so I hope I was able to explain it well. Thank you.